Now let's take a look at this morning's top stories, what you need to know before you go. Efforts to restore McCook Lake in North Sioux City after last summer's flooding have hit a snag now that a bill aiming to create grants to help in that process has stalled in the South Dakota legislature. The measure died in committee on Monday. At this time, nobody knows just how much it's going to cost to get the lake fully restored. South Dakota Game, Fish and Parks is in charge of the cleanup, but they say they haven't even assessed the damage yet.
The progress in terms of cleaning up McCook Lake has been very slow. It's been 8 months since we had this flood on June 23rd. And the Games, Fish and Parks, who's now in charge of the lake restoration, has been very slow in terms of getting anything done. Their first step is to get a scope of what it takes to be able to get it to clean up. Once they get the scope done, which is supposed to be done next week, but we're kind of crossing our fingers.
South Dakota State Representative William Sharma told us that once the assessment is complete, a funding bill could potentially be passed next year instead. Now, meanwhile, a bill aims to make Iowa the first state in the nation to remove a protected group from its Civil Rights Act. That legislation could now be on the governor's desk by the end of the week. The bill to remove gender identity as a protected category is headed for full floor debate in both the Iowa House and the Senate today. Opponents of the measure maintain this bill will open up trans Iowans to discrimination in nearly all aspects of public life. However, supporters say it will clear up contradictions with state laws that target transgender people, which have been passed in the years since gender identity was added to the Civil Rights Code back in 2007.
It's not common sense to me to take away a right that was freely given, as were all the rights that are inscribed in the Iowa Civil Rights Code.
We are the only state to have this conflict in law, and it is responsible, mature, and statesmanlike, not political, statesmanlike, to actually enforce these protections.
A public hearing on the measure is scheduled for 9:30 a.m. today at the Capitol. Well, finally, Siouxland Mental Health is hosting an event tonight aimed at raising awareness for mental health challenges in our community. That event is called Stand Up, Let's Talk, a night to break the silence on mental health. It will include a presentation from a local high school freshman on his journey with mental health, as well as a comedy performance. The event is set to begin at 6:30 p.m. tonight over at Country Celebrations at 5606 Hamilton Boulevard. A social hour will take place beforehand, starting at 6. One last check on that forecast, where we have some nice weather today.
Yeah, definitely a great day to enjoy outside. Can't get much better than this in February. However, something we will have to watch is fire weather watches that are in effect for our Friday. This is for Cedar, Wayne, and Cumming counties westward on Friday from noon to 8 p.m., where gusts up to 50 miles per hour will be possible, along with relative humidity as low as 19%. Sunny, warm, and breezy today with a high of 62, gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Not quite as much fire danger risk today. Clear, mild, and breezy again tonight as we drop down to 37 with gusts still up to 25 miles per hour. That cool down takes place after that cold front moves through on Friday. That's another reason we're seeing those strong winds and that fire danger risk is because of that cold front. We do see a nice warm up for Sunday and Monday, but increasing clouds late, leading to some chances of rain, even mixing with or changing to snow Tuesday night of next week. We'll keep an eye on that as we get closer back to 50 degrees by Friday, March 7th.